Watching The Blitz on Pronews 7. Hard-hitting highlights from across the high plains with Lee Baker. Here comes The Blitz on Pronews 7.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Friday night of high school football. A whopping 54 games in and around the Pronews 7 viewing area, including games in New Mexico and Oklahoma. Thanks for joining me on the early edition of our highlights and scores. As always, you can find the updated finals on our website. Plus these highlights, just visit connectamarillo.com/blitz. Let's go to the night's fun. We start at Dick Bivens, the second doubleheader of the early season. In Game 2, Amarillo High hosted Wichita Falls Ryder. The Raiders went deep into the playoffs last year, playing 14 games and reached in the regional finals. AHS beat them last year by 28 points. I haven't seen any of these highlights, so I got to take this for whatever happens. There's all the Sandy fans ready to go. The Sandys have the ball in Raider territory. Ashton Tillman's going to take the ball around the left side, and a pretty good gain coming right at our cameras on the turf. That sets up this score on the ground. Keenan Milligan fakes our cameraman Matt Hamilton out before he finds the ball into the end zone. 6-0 Sandys. The Riders then go to the punt, but it's a fake. Blake Brown gets the first down for the visitors. Wouldn't matter though, because a botched handoff coming up here. Quarterback J.T. Barrett would hit the turf, and Mason Cheek comes up with the ball for the Sandys. That's good. And then after a quick 3 and out, Dominic Thrasher takes a direct snap around the right side before he's brought down by a host of Sandstorm. The very next play, much of the same. Let's check out the score right now. We have Amarillo High winning 13-10 in the third quarter, early scores, and down in Odessa, Tascosa is losing 14-7. Let's go to the opening game at Bivens. That would be Paladura hosting Midland Lee. We're going to pick it up early on. Second play of the game, quarterback Taylor Nunez keeps it big yards at the Don territory. And watch Steve Parr. He ain't a happy camper. He's yelling at his players or the ref. Then after the pep talk, his defense responds. Marlon Sims going to swarm Nunez. And this time, the old coach is a little happier. Later, no score. Don's driving. Brandon Robertson catch and the screen. Watch the sideline. He's going to take a lick out of bounds. No harm, no foul. A few plays later, Malik Sims hits one to Joseph Taylor, who's wide open. This ought to be a touchdown. Unfortunately, it is not. And Paladura, for the second week, loses it by the same score. The final, 42-21. Midland Lee comes up here and wins by 3 touchdowns. And Caprock looking to go unbeaten, 3-0. They're winning at Lakeview right now, 25-7. All right, 1 quarter down, still lots of action to come here on the Blitz. Another of those county championship games on the line tonight, plus a trip to Buff Bowl for interstate contests. You're watching the Blitz. Welcome back to the second quarter of tonight's football fun. And it wasn't a fun trip a year ago for the Canyon Eagles. They went to Roswell, New Mexico to take on the Goddard High School Rockets. The Eagles got waxed in what turned out to be a disappointing season. That's behind Canyon now. The Eagles won their opening game, then had a bye to get ready to host Goddard and perhaps blow up those Rockets tonight. Let's head down to Buff Bowl and see what's going on. There we go. Drummers are coming away early on. This is the first series tonight. Canyon took the ball and marched right down the field. Quarterback Travis Cosby on the keeper. Picks up about 10 quick yards. That's a first down. And then later it's the quarterback calling his own number again. This time he picks up 15 yards down the near sideline. The new video guest tonight, Mike Lee, former general manager at one of our competition stations, is visiting here from Waco since his daughter Kendall works for us. So hello everyone. Say hello. Everybody yell hello. That way I got to know. All right, we got to know you're here. Thank you. All right, welcome back to the midway point of the Blitz. As always, this reminder, you can watch the highlights from tonight's show, plus get all the scores here on our website. Mom Melody is here too. I don't want to forget her. Visit connectamarillo.com/blitz. Of course, we're updating the scores throughout the night, plus finals are posted as soon as possible once that's all ended. One school that had a rough go over the past few seasons, Claude. No football, no varsity games, back-to-back losing seasons during a 4-year span. That's not good. But last year the Mustangs picked up 4 wins, and already this year they have half that number. Going for number 3 tonight, we sent our news reporter and football fanatic, Kendall Lee, to this game. Let's just check out her highlights and see how she did. Yep, here comes the old ball club. Second play of the opening quarter. Dominic DeLeon runs to the end zone. 6-0. After the extra point, it was 7-0. That's pretty good. The kickoff for Claude. This is Taryn Webb, who gets some nice big yards trying to get him back into the game. But the next play for the hometown Mustangs was not so good. We're going to have a fumble, a sack by John Ramirez. Meanwhile, Jacob Blewett then right up the middle with the Heisman pose coming up for the Mustangs. Takes it up the sideline for 6. And after all that hype for Claude, they're having a tough go of it right now. At last we heard, Smyer on the scoreboard was winning 19-3. An exciting 6-6 game up in Wheeler tonight. A couple of other scores. Childress beating Vernon at last word, and Olton over Dimmitt. Let's go to action on the north side of town. Farwell and Gruber decided to come to Amarillo and play at River Road since River Road was playing at La Mesa taking on Albany. It's all so confusing. Farwell Stirs looked to trample the Greyhounds from the Gruber. First play of the game, Gruber's Jared Collier taking the handoff. He's gone untouched. 80 yards. Wow. It's always good to be on time for the game. 6-0 Hounds. You never know what you're going to miss. In the ensuing kickoff, Farwell's Hunter Hill. Nice return. That's up over the 30-yard line. Steers trying to drive, but here's a nice stop coming up here by Forrest Lopez. And then the ball's tipped around. Look at this play. It's the one you ever see. Corbin Irwin. Irwin lofts it up. There's 5 tips before it's eventually caught by Colton Jackson. Let's go to the scoreboard. Right now we have Farwell winning 22-6. 22 is a magic number. Wellington beating Floydada. 2 other scores. Idalou beating Friona. And Sanford Fritch. Stanford 21-12 over Sanford Fritch. Thank you, whoever yelled at me. Still another quarter of football left on this Blitz Friday coming up. 6-man football plus a look at a school that's off to a good start and that we previewed earlier in the week. And if we're lucky and the internet works, we're going to head to the land of enchantment. That's next on the Blitz. What did you yell? We even have a dog in the studio tonight. Well, we got a little bit of everything. The dog's name is Yoko, like in Yoko Ono. All right. What kind of dog is it?
She's a Pomasu.
A Pomasu, a mix. Welcome back. It's our final quarter of the Blitz, and we begin with a team that has gotten off to a quick start. Panhandle, the Panthers with 2 straight wins to begin the season, and tonight hosting a team that played 13 games last season, Bovina. Let's head east on Highway 60 and see what we got. The Panthers potential royalty. Homecoming already up for action. Panthers Shane Smith takes the handoff around the right side for a big gain. That's a first down for Panhandle. The very next play, much of the same. This is a young sophomore quarterback, Tyler Hall, with Trey Hall, his brother. Yes, up. He dropped it. But it's Smith this time on the ground. He punches it in for 6 for the home team. It's always good to be ahead when it's homecoming. On the ensuing drive, it's Marco Taronas taking the handoff around, and the Mustangs, he sprints around the edge for Bovina and gets himself a first down. Finally knocked down. But then after a turnover on downs, Panhandle goes back to the grind. Smith continues running. This is a first down. And like a Panther, I love when he writes this. Smith keeps running, banging, another first down. Let's go to the scoreboard and see what we got tonight. And right now, Panhandle is winning on homecoming by 2 touchdowns. Spearman blanking Shamrock. All right, let's head out I-40 east for some 6-man action. Darazette taking on Groom. That's a nice shot of the cross. First quarter, no score, Horns throwing it. But the wrong jersey, Brady Painter, the pick for Groom, getting deep into Horns territory before he's knocked down. The next play for the Tigers, Taylor Fields strolls into the end zone. Of course, the conversions, the way it works in this game, if you kick it, you get 2, and they did, so it was 8-0. Darazette now not going away. Brady McCaslin connects to Tommy Mercer. This is 45 yards with a touchdown, but they missed the conversion to make it 8-6. And then too much Groom right now. Fields, this time another touchdown, and it's all Groom tonight, the final score. Tigers win 52-6. Right now, Follett in the big rivalry game beating Miami. Meta over Happy, and it's McLean losing to Hedley. That's Hedley 36-12. All right, now we go across the border. We'll go to Texaco and Portales. Here come the host Wolverines. The internet worked tonight. I can't believe it. Early on, Texaco with some great defense stopping the Rams, but then Portales, quarterback Phoenix Russell hooks up with Brandon Lovato, and this play is a long one, and it's a touchdown, and the Portales Rams have the early lead. A little bit later, Wolverines with the ball, but they have some issues. Oh, it's popped up in the air, but the quarterback catch it, throws it to one of his backs who runs, and they do keep possession. Rams are on the move. This time it's the quarterback, Rylan Harris. He flips it to Donovan Johnson, who struggles, breaks away from defenders, gets close to the goal line, and a little bit later it's Jesus Rivera in for the touchdown, the score tonight. Texaco right now beating Portales by 5. Tucumcari over West Las Vegas. Lubbock Roosevelt beating Clayton tonight. Gateway Christian ahead of Logan up at the Dam. And up in Oklahoma tonight, Liberal. Actually in Kansas, Liberal beating Guyman. They did beat them. And Sunray is ahead of Texhoma in the third quarter, 7-6. That'll do it for tonight's high school football. Again, don't forget, you can find all the scores and highlights on our website, connectamarillo.com/blitz. Still more sports coming up. Don't go away. Again, you're watching The Blitz.